In this week's Money Monday with Millennial Thermom, I want to just briefly talk about and have us consider the question, what comes up when we think about money? So let that sink. What comes up when we think about money? How do we feel it in our body? What kind of responses? Like if somebody were to ask you like, hey, how was your financial health? Would you be like, get out of my face, why did you ask me that? Or would you be like, well, it's getting there, but I'm figuring it out, but really we're kind of avoiding it? Or are we like, yeah, I got a plan, I talked to my partner and we've blah 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 blah, right? Like, what is the feelings? Is it confidence or is it fear? Is it like clarity and I know what I'm supposed to do with it? Or is it like powerlessness? Like, I have no clue and I don't think I'll ever have a clue. And I want you to consider that because that's important. And I am not a financial professional. I am a mental health professional, right? I'm a therapist. In these videos and this content stuff, I try to take that hat off and use my experience as a therapist to inform the content and the conversations that I encourage us to have. But at the end of the day, I am a mom. I am a human being. I am a person with my own experiences. And I know that talking about money can be triggering because money can feel like we're getting attacked by a bear, but we're not. This is just my reminder that we're not, and that we really can face it. And one thing that will help us, I feel, because it's happened for me, is trying to see money as a tool, right? It's like if I saw a hammer on the ground, but I've never seen a hammer in my life, I might be like, what the heck is that? It looks dangerous. This is kind of scary. I don't want to touch that. Versus if you've been given the education or you just starting to learn and you're like, oh, that's a hammer. And the way that we use it is like this. Whatever, that's a random example. But that's how I want us to think about money. Like, how can I use this as a tool for other areas of health and wellness for us? Like, what am I investing? Am I seeing this as something like my financial decisions today could help me out in the future, or am I surviving? And I think that's valid if you find yourself like, oh, I think I've been surviving most of my life and I want to thrive. And I'm just here to remind you that thriving usually involves thinking about our future self and what's going to be best for them in the future, and using money as a tool. Oftentimes the first step is education. So I definitely encourage you to take those baby steps to learning. I have a resource. I have two people that I go to, well, really three, but two or three, and I'll share their info here, their little Instagram and email. But just consider that and let it marinate. Bye. Take care.